Alright, so I've been playing ARCANE ODYSSEY for a while now, and let me just tell you, I hate when people make clickbait videos and not give you actual good information, and they make information that is completely bullshit, and it's not facts, and it's purely opinions, and they present it as facts, even though it's obviously just opinions. This type of videos cater towards children, which I understand it's Roblox, a lot of them are children, but that is no excuse to give bullshit videos to children. Even then, you should make good videos that are actually factual. If you present them as facts, they should be factual. Now, the video I'm talking about is actually the best magic in ARCANE ODYSSEY by Supaa. And let's be honest, if anyone watched the video, they know how bullshit it is. So, let me just show you.
With elements, it's usually you just hit them once and that's it. If a element does 100 damage, it just does 100 damage. With fire magic, if it does 100 damage, it does 100 damage on the first hit, and then it applies fire status effect. So it basically puts the enemy on fire, and what fire does is not only can you not get rid of fire unless you're water, wind, snow, or ice, fire burn damage does 50% of the original damage.
Alright, so now let me show you the problem with that video. The video states that fire is best because it has the burning status effect, which is a pretty good status effect, and it has alright stats, but to say that it's the best is just a flawed opinion, as a lot of elements also have a status effect, and they have synergies. For example, magma. If I pull up magma on the wiki, right here, what Supaa was trying to say is that fire is really good because it has a status effect, it does a lot of damage, it does 50% of what you actually dealt. Magma does the exact same thing, just slower, which is fine. It also does 40 more damage on petrified targets, 25% more damage on burning and corroding targets, meaning if you have acid and magma, or fire, you're gonna be doing 25% more damage with magma. And a lot of elements have these type of bonuses. For example, we can take literally any element in the game, except for light. Light has pretty bad synergies. Let's take poison. Deals 25% more damage against bleeding targets. You know what has bleed? Wood. Because most elements have a status effect. It's not just fire. Fire is not special. Every element has their weaknesses and their strengths. And fire is alright. I wouldn't say it's the best. One thing next to status effects you have is the... Look, for example, on fire magic. It says clash advantage, clash advantage, clash advantage, clashes naturally, clash disadvantage. Basically what clash means is that if your projectile hits another person's projectile, one of them will come out on top. And for example, with magic, you will win against it. Depending on how strong your magic is, you might lose, even if there's a multiplier that is in your favor. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration for what is the best element. And fire magic is nowhere close to being the best element. What actually matters is how you use it, and with what synergies you're using it. So, if you're actually looking for the best element, what you should be doing is just pick one that you think is really, really cool for you. For example, I thought that acid, purple acid, is fucking amazing. It looks cool. So I clicked on acid, right? And then I clicked on acid magic on the wiki. And I saw that, where is it? Magic damage interactions. Deals 40% more damage against petrified. I'm not gonna be doing that. Deals 25% more damage against burning and melting targets. Magma is a good choice, because you see, magma, it lasts for 10 seconds. Meaning if you hit someone with magma, you have now 10 seconds to hit someone with acid. With fire, on the other hand, burning only lasts for 5 seconds, so you'll have only 5 seconds to hit them with acid to get this damage multiplier. 25% more damage against frozen targets. If you're playing ice, that's fine, although your ice will only freeze them if they're soaked and stuff like that. Against bleeding targets, that's also amazing. More damage against poison. You can also take poison then. You can also take other elements. Burning targets. This means that this element right here does 5% more damage to people that you already hit with this element, which was another argument that Supaa made about fire. A lot of elements have this, okay? It's nothing special. So pick an element that you like, see how it synergizes with other elements, and decide on that. For example, I would prefer acid over fire just because of how I like it. I think acid is real cool, and the advantages that I get for it is that acid does more damage. It also has the 5% multiplier. It does the exact same damage with status effects. It's just that it's slower, which is fine, because with 10 seconds that means I can hit them again, and the 5% multiplier will come in from corroding targets. So I actually prefer acid over fire. Acid is just better, in my opinion. But that's an opinion, that's not a fact. If you like fire, you'll say fire is better. So that's how you should be picking your elements. You should look at what you think is cool. You should look at their strengths then, and see what it synergizes with. Acid synergizes with itself. Fire does the same. There is no best element.